Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, thanks so much for clicking on. So where I live, it is morning time. So let me start by saying good morning. This is the current state of my kitchen. As you see, I do have some dishes to do, but overall the kitchen itself is pretty clean. The living room and dining room are good. My dog, of course, still asleep here. So this is actually a Friday and my kids are at school. So I am going to go ahead and do these dishes, and then I get to take my parents. Well, I get to go with them, and they're going to drive here to my house, and then I will jump in and drive them. And we are going to a holiday festival. So where we live, we have a place called the Dome, and that's where like any type of events that come to our city are at, you know, if you have motocross, monster truck, concerts, or anything like that. So this weekend, it is a holiday festival, so super fun, a lot of Christmas things and stuff like that. So you have like vendors that, you know, it's personalized and kind of more handcrafted and things like that. And then you have kind of more of your mainstream vendors as well. A lot of cookies, candy, candied apples, just all sorts of yumminess. It is a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it because I don't want to say I'm in the Christmas mood yet, but I am looking forward to going and just seeing. I didn't get to go the last 2 years because I had things scheduled on the day, and we do like to go on the Friday because the weekend time is just so crowded. And you know, for me personally, it's just a lot easier to go when I don't have little ones with me. So yeah, I'm so excited and ready to go, but I'm gonna first, of course, knock these dishes out. I had some dishes from last night. Two of my children stopped by, and I had a meal in the crock pot, and so we ate and did all that. And I did a little bit of dishes, but I just didn't get the rest of it all cleaned up. And then this morning, I did cook breakfast, just simple breakfast sandwiches before my kids went off to school. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and finish up these dishes. I put my hair in 2 braids. I'm going to throw a hat on. Forgive me in my tank top here. Like I said, it's morning time, so I just haven't got completely dressed yet. I will do that in just a second. And then, like I said, I'm going to throw just a hat on over my braids because it is raining right now outside. So here is how I'm looking. Just got my little sweatshirt on, some leggings, my little boots, and we're ready to go. Here we are. I just absolutely love it. The vibe right now, just the feel of the holidays. I don't know. So fun. Look at these aprons. You know, I love aprons. My niece is coming from Finland, and so when I saw the apron that looks just like mine, super cute. Anyway, so I'm just going to kind of show you things. I did get a ring from here. I'll show that if I can. But yeah, they just have a lot of, you know, you can go and get your, if you want ornaments or things personalized, stuff like that. A lot of holiday gift ideas and decorations and just a lot of fun. Not to mention the yummy food. We got some carameled apples. I thought this was kind of cool. It's like freeze-dried kind of candy, so it melts in the mouth. So for choke, you know, kids can't choke and stuff. But yeah, I thought this hat was so cute. It says, "Sorry about my husband." I made a joke to my dad about it from my mom. He didn't really find it funny. I love stuff like that where you have like ambiance lighting, holiday lighting, of course. So much fun.
So cute.
I'll take a picture of you and Dad for this.
Oh, yay!
So here I got a picture with my dad, and this is kind of cool. This has actually been our tradition for quite some time. When my father first retired, and I always had a kid or two at home, so I was like stay-at-home mom or a part-time stay-at-home mom, we would go and do this together. And whatever kid I had with me, I just brought in tow, and we had a great time. Now, before they did have like a Santa booth and like a little kind of like a kid place set up a little more than what they do now. But we have had so much fun just enjoying these type of holiday festivals. I absolutely love all this stuff. Anything that sparkles and bedazzles, these hats and outfits and costumes that they had here in this booth. So beautiful.
Yep, perfect. Those are nice.
This booth coming up had like a lot of novelty shirts and socks from like Christmas
Yes.
movies and stuff. Ours is a Christmas story.
You can have, Dad. Pizza, sandwiches.
Lunch was good. I don't know why I didn't film it, but I had a Euro and my parents both had a loaded baked potato.
Look at this.
And now we are back on the prowl.
How cute.
Well, we
Nope.
had a great time, and now I'm back in my car, grabbed my youngest from school, and we are back home. And tonight I am making an easy dinner. I am making breakfast for dinner. Leave a thumbs up in the comment section if you like breakfast for dinner or make breakfast for dinner. I make it every now and then. Typically for me and my kids, if it is a night that my husband is got something going on or he's eating elsewhere, which is the case tonight. Not that my husband wouldn't have breakfast for dinner, but it's typically kind of for me and the kids. Now that I've got my potatoes here in the skillet with a little bit of oil, you could hear it was ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and season my potatoes with seasoning salt, garlic powder, onion powder, some pepper, and I am using some of my Nashville seasoning, and I'm not quite sure what's in it, but it is so good. It's got a little kick, a slight hint of smoke, and a slight hint of barbecue, but not enough to make it actually seem like barbecue. Like I said, I can't explain it, but super good. And I did hit up the potatoes with a little bit of Slap Your Mama just to give a little extra kick. So my younger son does not like eggs, and my older son who lives here does not eat pork. So I am going to make some bacon for myself and my youngest, and then I am going to go ahead and scramble up some eggs for my older son's source of protein. So, yeah. Here I'm just mixing up the pancake batter, taking, a few scoops of the batter, and I am adding a little cinnamon to it. And I also add the water, but I cut the water a little bit short and replace it with some creamer, like the coffee creamer we use. Super good. Otherwise, you could use a little vanilla. Just a little something for fall. I also saw people add pumpkin spice as well. Super good. I did decide to keep it a little simple, so instead of butter, I just went ahead and used nonstick spray to spray my griddle. Here I'm just topping off my potatoes with the final little bit of seasoning, and they're pretty much ready to go. I did a quick check on the pancakes. They're not quite ready yet, so I'm going to go ahead and scramble the eggs. For my eggs, I do use some milk and just a little salt and pepper. Pretty simple. Pancakes are ready for a quick flip.
Whoa.
My son likes his eggs overly scrambled, or overly done, I guess is a better way to put it. So I'm scrambling those up real well, and this little group of pancakes are ready to go. So I'll take those off and get the griddle ready and pour the next batch on. Here's how everything's looking, coming along quite nicely. The bacon is smelling so good. Well, our breakfast for dinner is pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and just consolidate the eggs into the skillet with the potatoes just because my son's going to mix it together anyways. And then I'm going to go ahead and check on the bacon. What I have been doing here since I've been cooking tonight or making the breakfast for dinner is trying to keep up so that I don't have a huge mess to clean up at the end. So I'm putting things away, my cinnamon, some of my seasonings, and things like that as I'm going along. For those who don't know, I tend to be what I refer to as a messy cook, meaning like I get it all done and it'll taste great and everything comes together, but I don't necessarily clean as I go. I obviously maintain sanitary things and wash my hands and stuff like that, but I'll be known to leave stuff on the counter and, you know, the milk and this and that as I'm going, and then clean it all up at the end. But now I'm trying to make it a point to kind of keep up as I go. I will put a disclaimer out there though. When you see my upcoming Thanksgiving videos, I'm already kind of pretty much can predict I might be a little messy. But anyways, back to here, I'm trying to maintain. Here's my oldest son's plate. Turned out really good. Now, my youngest son likes peanut butter on his pancakes. My husband eats them like that as well. I did not grow up putting peanut butter on my pancakes. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you put peanut butter on your pancakes. She's waiting so patiently. She's going to get a little bit of bacon grease on her kibble. Good girl, it's coming. She's like, stop talking, lady, and put it together. It just was a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. So it really was just a little bit. I know it's not the best for them, but look at her tail. And I mean, she was sitting here smelling the yummy bacon cook. Anyways, so here's what my kitchen was looking like. Not too bad. Like I said, I kind of clean as I went. But I do have these dishes to do, and it is later, so I am in my PJs. But I'm going to go ahead and fill my sink up, of course, with Dawn dish soap, which is what I prefer, along with a splash of bleach. And, of course, my water is warm. Now that it is getting a little cooler outside, washing the dishes with the warm water feels so good on my hands. Now that I got all the dishes soaking, I'm just going to go ahead and leave them there. And while they're soaking, I'm going to handle the counters real quick because even though I put everything away, I did not spray down my counters yet. And I am just using an antibacterial spray, an all-purpose spray, and giving everything a quick wipe down. So while the dishes are soaking, and I'm feeling pretty good about the kitchen, so that's about all I'm going to do in there. But I do have, a load of laundry, because what night is not complete without folding a load of laundry, right? No. But anyways, if you do have a load, you might as well go on and fold it with me real quick. Off to the side here is my older son, and we're actually having a conversation about scary movies because, of course, Halloween is about to be here. He doesn't realize I'm filming, so he's going to kind of stand in front of the camera here for a minute, but that's all right. Anyways, we were talking about how, like, older scary movies compared to the newer scary movies and how newer ones just seem so much more graphic and gory. But it's kind of funny because back in the day, I had that cool aunt that would take you to go see certain movies and stuff like that. And I remember her saying, you know, oh, it's too much, it's too graphic. And now I am that person. I kind of feel like the classics like Halloween, the original ones, and Jason and those type of movies, the music played a big part in building up to the scene. And when those certain scenes did happen, it was kind of bing, bang, boom to the point. Not as much torture. That's what it is. I feel like there's so much kind of torture in the newer movies. But anyways, leave a comment down below and let me know, what is your favorite kind of classic Halloween movie? Like I said, I love the Halloween, the original ones, and I definitely was a Jason fan. Growing up, I would not watch Freddy Krueger though. Freddy Krueger just for some reason scared me so much. And to this day, I do not watch those movies. Let me know if you were a Freddy Krueger fan or if you were like me and no, that one I just X'd out. Anyway, so I got the laundry folded, put away as you can see. And now my dishes that have been patiently waiting for me, I'm going to go ahead and just give those a quick scrub, rinse them off so that they can dry in the dry rack overnight. For Halloween, traditionally, we go to my parents' house. I take the kids over there. We have pizza. They trick-or-treat that neighborhood. And then we have some ice cream. Bing, bang, boom, call it good. We also would go to our church when they were real little as well. But this year, I'm looking so forward to it because obviously my older kids are grown now, but my grandkids are coming. So we're still going to go to my parents' house. My youngest will trick-or-treat, and my grandkids, plus my brother, his wife, and my niece are here from Finland. So this will be my first time trick-or-treating with my niece. So I'm looking so forward to it. But let me know in the comments down below, what are your traditions, if you have any, for Halloween? Or is this your die-hard holiday? Do you go all out? Do you decorate a lot? Specifically to Halloween? Do you dress up in costumes? Do you do adult parties? What are kind of the things you do for Halloween? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you so much for coming along with me today and hanging out with me. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. I hope you have a safe Halloween, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.